Hey everybody, I'm coming making this video message and I want to talk to you all about hope being deferred. Let me give you the definition of deferred. Deferred just means putting off an action or an event until a later date. So in a nutshell, it just means to postpone something. Now, if you look at the book of Proverbs, chapter 13, verse 12, I'm paraphrasing, but it's talking about how hope being deferred makes the soul sick or makes the heart sick. But it also says when the desire comes, it will be like a tree of life. So I just want to talk to you all for a minute and let you know that although you may feel like your heart and your soul is sick and is tired and you are ready to give up because the hope for a particular thing that God promised you, the hope for a particular thing you've been having a spirit of expectation about, the hope being deferred for something you cried to God about and prayed about and you asked him to do for you, it is being deferred and you feel defeated. You may even second guess if you actually heard the voice of God speak to you and tell you what it is you knew you heard after you were given a promise. Some of you all may even question certain prophetic vessels that already confirmed what God either told you or he dropped in your spirit. And the fact that it's being deferred and it's being pushed back, some of you all, you have given up hope. You are not joyful. You are upset and angry, and you are stressed out and frustrated because you want God to move on your time. I want to let you all know that although God is very loving, God is extremely abundant in his grace and mercy, and God is all-knowing, and he's everywhere at one time. You all have to understand, and you have to operate from one of the fruits of the Spirit, and that's patience, because God does not have to move when we expect him to move. God does not have to give you a door of opportunity. God does not have to give you a breakthrough in your health, in your finances, in your marriage, although those areas all hell is breaking loose. But your job, our job, is to continue to have faith and wait on God, because God does understand and he knows how it feels to have your hope deferred. But he encourages us immediately after that by saying when the desire comes, it will be like a tree of life. A tree of life is something that is infinite. You know, it goes on and on. It is good for you. It is always giving something to you to keep you alive and keep you vibrant and keep you energized and keep you hopeful. It's positivity. That is some of the ways you can look at the definition or the saying of the tree of life. Just understand that a tree of life, it is always constantly producing. When a tree has life, you don't see dead leaves on it. You don't see twigs and the leaves or branches, falling off. You don't see it looking dead. You don't see one part of it looking really bright green, and then the other side of it is looking wilted down and it's looking ran down. You don't see that with a tree of life. You see it constantly flourishing. You see it constantly producing. And so I'm telling you that all the things you've prayed for, all the things you are waiting for, the very thing God promised you, do not allow for right now in this moment your hope being deferred to distract you from the fact that what is for you is coming to you in due time and in due season. God knows your level of maturity. He knows where you are spiritually. You don't want certain things to come to you and you mess up whatever it is. Some people have been given an opportunity, a life-changing opportunity, and when it was given to them too soon, they became extremely haughty, arrogant, and prideful. And their pride and them showing off caused them to lose the very thing that was given to them, or the window of opportunity that was given to them. There are some people, maybe God did promise you a spouse, but because you got tired of waiting and you disobeyed God, some of you all now, you are in a self-created hell because you jumped the gun and you started dealing with a particular man or woman. In the meantime, while you wait on the spouse that God may have promised you, or the spouse you've been expecting him to send, or the spouse you've been praying about. And that's just one example of hope being deferred. But I just want to let you all know, when hope is deferred, it's not over for you. It's not the end for you. It does not mean that good things are still not going to come to you. We serve an on-time God, and everything that God gives you, everything he brings to you, doors that he opens for you, it comes right on time. If you overlook your life right now and you play back moments where you may have been really having a hard time, you were having a hard time maybe at your job or within your family, or like I said earlier, within your marriage, with your children, financially, or you just had some type of hardship and you kept crying to God and you kept praying and you kept waiting and you kept hoping and you kept looking out, trying to see when the blessing was going to hit, or when the door was going to open, or when the door of opportunity was going to strike. And the fact that it did not come, or it's not coming when you want to, you're upset. And you felt like, you know what, I'm wasting my time praying. I'm wasting my time waiting on God. I'm wasting my time still having hope and faith and waiting for this particular thing to come to me. It's taken forever. It's been 2 years. It's been 5 years. It's been 8 years. It's been 10 years. It's been 12 years. It's been 15 years. It's been 20 years. And I still have not gotten the very thing or things God promised me. And that is the moment that you do realize your hope has been deferred. But just know that God is allowing it to be deferred because he has a purpose, and his timing is better than ours. But when you get it, when your life changes, or your situation changes, or your circumstances change, you are so appreciative of it. You never forget what you went through. You never forget what you came from. You never forget what you came out of. That is what I want you all to focus on. And that is what I want you all to remember. When your desire finally comes to you and finds you and locates you and locates your address, baby, it is nothing like the overwhelming spirit of joy, completion, and happiness that comes to you. I'm telling you, brothers and sisters in Christ, do not get discouraged. Don't get discouraged. Don't hold up your white flag and wave it just yet. God has something for you, but you have to be patient. Don't give up on God. Don't walk away from God. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up and stop having a spirit of expectation. You need to just wait patiently. You need to be thanking God in advance. You need to keep praying to God. And sometimes when you find yourself getting overwhelmed and you're getting anxious about it or antsy about it, you need to then go to God and pray and ask God to settle your spirit. There's going to be moments where you really need to ask God to settle your spirit. Calm down, my beautiful brothers and sisters. Nothing that is for you is going to require you to get out of character, to lie, to steal, to cheat, to manipulate. It's not going to require you do anything. All you need to do is continue to live your life. Relax, chill. Relax and chill. But don't allow your hope being deferred to make you believe or think that it's the end for you. And that is the video message. Well, guys, it's time for me to go because I have some other things to do. The Lord willing, I will be back with another video message. If any one of you have been offended by anything I spoke about in this video message, it's okay. It's all right. I'm not worried about it. I am not concerned because I know you will forgive me in the morning.